Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
Welcome back, friends. We are
Hello,
one episode away from 100.
number 99 bottles of beer on the wall, except we're probably not drinking that.
No. You want to know what I did, which was so stupid, actually, because I really actually wanted to drink a glass of wine. I took a shower, and then I got out of the shower, and my lips were so chapped that I was like, oh, let me put on this lip mask. And it's
Okay.
like a lip mask that you like sleep with it on. So, like, now I can't drink because I put this lip mask on.
Does it feel nice though?
Yeah, it's like it kind of feels like a lip gloss, but it's like thicker. I don't know. Like down here, like where like your lip meets like your actual skin is like so chapped.
Mm,
And I don't know how or why or whatever, but I put it on, and as soon as I put it on, I was like, you dummy.
it's okay. So no wine tonight.
No, but I like really needed a glass of wine after today.
I mean, you could have done it through a straw, but not really
No,
wine thing to
that's just
do.
like too that's like I feel like that's borderline like then having a problem. Like I didn't need the wine that much. If I was desperate enough to drink it through a straw, I feel like that would be borderline like
And you might have to
concerning.
get a tube, just insert it right in. Well, I'm having tea. I'm not.
Oh, nice. It's so cold again. It's unfair.
I know. That's why I wanted some tea.
Also, like it's not even that like okay, 50 degrees. Yes, like if this was a few weeks ago, we would have been like, "Oh my God, it's so warm." But once you taste the warmth,
Hmm.
the cold is just that much colder, and
Yeah,
it
and the wind's been
sucks.
crazy. Like it's whipping out there right now.
Yes, and my sinuses are so bad because the wind is blowing. People are starting
Hmm.
to cut their grass. Yesterday, the pain in my cheeks right here was
Gotta
so
start
bad.
taking the allergy medicine.
I know I couldn't find it. My kid's eye has been running for days.
That happens to me too. The itchy, watery eyes.
Oh, so bad. Like already. It's just crazy how like fast it kicks in, you know?
I know. It's like a shame too, because it's like this is deceiving because it's so sunny out. And you want to like go sit outside and like do outdoor things, but then you go outside and you're like, okay, it's actually not comfortable at all right now.
It wasn't like super freezing when the sun was out before by my house, but like once that sun starts to go down,
Hmm.
you're done. You're just
I
done.
know. I know.
Um, I have a ridiculous thing,
Okay.
and I don't know if I'm being too loud or not, but hopefully she can't hear me because she's still awake. My ridiculous thing is that my child learned a new insult, I guess. And I'm not sure where she picked it up. But yesterday we went to the park and we were getting in the car after the park and she was a little upset. And she was like annoyed, but I got her in her car seat and I was like, I don't even remember what I said that prompted this. And she said, "You're being a penis." And I said, "I'm sorry, what?" And then she said, "You're being a penis." Just like that. And I said, "Where did you learn that word?" And she said, "You."
I don't remember you calling someone that.
When would I ever use that word in her presence? Never. I can confidently say it's not part of my normal vocabulary. She doesn't have a brother.
Yeah, right.
Um, but the problem is that when they come out with these things, it's so funny.
And you can't
And
react.
it was used in the correct context. And you can't react. But when, like, just the fact that she sang it is
That is You're a child. I mean, honestly, like she's just a child. She's just a girl. She's just literally just a girl of culture because like how many of us say something hilarious and then songs say it. Like it's hilarious that she knew to do that.
That she like sang it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay,
She's
I don't
going
know
places, man.
I don't
Don't
know
know where
what to
she's
do here.
going, but she's going places.
I was like, all right. So that was yesterday.
Oh my God.
And there you go.
I wouldn't be able to keep it in. I would start laughing. I would actually be on the floor.
I know that's what my sister said. My sister was like, how did you do that? I'm like, I think I was just so shocked that I was like, wait, where did you learn
I'm
that?
trying
Like,
to think of one person in your family that would have used that word in like to call someone
no
one.
one, yes, no one has ever definitely like like I know for a fact there was a story being told by the adults by the adults on Easter.
Because that's
Amongst
normal conversation on Easter,
it was
obviously.
amongst the cousins, so whatever.
Right.
But it was like a funny story, and it was maybe said once, but she was not in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I was inside stuffing Easter eggs, and she was with me because why would she not be involved in that?
Right.
And look, I was like, oh my God, thank God she wasn't in the room because we had suspected that she was saying this word. But every time we would be like, what did you say? She'd be like, what'd you say? Like she would play it off like she'd be like, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Like one time I thought I caught her playing like the game, like the game where you start saying
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
I thought that she was like playing with herself, and I was like, "What are you saying?" She was like, "Nothing." And then I was like, "No, there's no way that that's what she's doing. Like, how would she know this? She's 3 years old, you
I
know."
know. Where would she get that from?
But now that she came out with it, I'm just thinking like maybe the boys in her class like are being boys and like they're being funny together, and she just overheard it and then like said it. I don't know.
If she says it again, you should ask her what it is.
I should. I mean, they all do go to the bathroom like they don't go like they go to the bathroom together.
Right. Like the teacher takes them. Right.
Right, like all the teacher takes the whole class at the same time. They all go in like stalls and whatever. So like I don't know if like somebody has mentioned it that like I don't know. We need answers. And now it's like I don't want her to say it again, but I have so many follow-up questions and I can't bring it up.
No, you can't ask her outright. You have to wait till she says it again.
No, I understand that. I
Yeah.
know, but now I'm like, can you give me an opening here, kid?
Say it one more time.
Just one more time, but just don't call me one. Thanks.
Yeah. Love her so much. That was hysterical.
No.
Yeah, I think that's so funny because we both come from big families. I mean, I don't know, your family, yeah, like when they get loud and vivacious, I'm sure like swear words go all around. My family, obviously,
If she turned around and said the F word and said that she learned it from me, which
obviously.
obviously, if she said anything other, like this was the one word that I was like,
Where'd you
I
hear
don't, I don't think you learned that from
that?
me. Also, because if somebody was being that, I would use a different term for the same thing. Like
The deed.
right, like I wouldn't use that one.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Well, my family obviously is very free with the curse words. And
Oh,
obviously, once children start to become more in the picture, we might have to do that. But my mother seems to think that we already are that family that doesn't curse. This weekend, we go up to my sister's for Easter. And
maybe she's just trying to make you guys proud.
every time, first of all, well, she did the thing on Good Friday that like we need to be silent at 3 o'clock when Jesus. Does your family do that?
No,
Like
we just fast.
apparently 3 p.m. was the time Jesus died.
No, I
I
did know that. I knew the 3
Who
p.m. thing.
created that? Who made that up? Who
I
knew
don't
that it
know.
was
I don't
3
know who made
o'clock
that up, but I heard about the
Eastern? 3 p.m.
no,
Eastern?
no, the 3 p.m. thing used to be like weird because it used to be like a very sunny day. Like this has happened like multiple times where like it's a very sunny day and then all of a sudden at 3 p.m. like a shower rolls in on Good Friday and then it's gone. Like
How
and
many
that
people
has
did
happened.
that?
No, it's happened multiple Good Fridays and I'm like I remember being a child and I'm like, isn't it weird that it always rains on Good Friday at 3 p.m.? Like when Jesus died. And like I remember saying this. So yes, I knew about the 3 p.m. thing, but we don't do a moment of silence.
And it's just like you could just tell it's something that was made up within the US Catholic Church because 3 p.m. here is like close to midnight, like in Israel. So like it makes no sense. Like that's not when they would have executed him. Like it made no sense.
Maybe they did it at 3 p.m. Israeli time in Jerusalem.
I don't know. Either way, she always sends out the group text to make sure we honor that. Have a moment of silence at 3 p.m. Which
But you
okay.
were with her on Friday. So
No, I wasn't with we didn't go up till
Oh, you went up Saturday.
early Saturday morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. She's
So
so funny.
So she texted us all. But then every time we were together this weekend and like an F-bomb went flying like it does in my family, especially we were putting a lot of furniture together. There were things, don't even get me started. Well, I'll get to that in a second. But a lot of, natural calamities come out. And every time she's like, oh my God, the language in this family. Why are we cursing? Blah, blah, then she's saying like the baby's gonna hear the cursing in my sister's stomach still. Like, let's get real. Like,
I mean, they do, but oh well.
yeah, but also who all of a sudden made this family so holy? I don't understand. I don't get it. So spoiler alert, like we're loud, we curse. Like it's just never gonna not be like, and all of our children
From the
are eventually gonna
tri-state area, this is what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. But that, and speaking of things being put together, me and my father were tasked with putting the ceiling fan up in the baby's room this weekend at my sister's
Did
house.
see this Snapchat, yes.
Yeah. And she got it off Amazon. It was a nice looking fan. She was adamant she needed a remote that had full dimming capabilities because she wants to be able to like be sitting in the recliner chair and be able to just like do whatever she needs to do.
I support this decision because it is very annoying when you get a baby to sleep and then you have to get up to turn off the light.
So easy enough. There's plenty of fans like that out there in the world. It's not a big deal. So she gets this one off Amazon. I didn't ask her at the beginning how much it costs, but you could just tell when the box came and you open up the instructions and the first word says fan assembly, spelt wrong. You're in for it, okay?
Did she not read the reviews?
I had to do a crash course for my sister in reading and in making sure she's really looking at that Amazon reviews this weekend, not just with this, but with multiple things, because
like literally you cannot buy things on Amazon without looking at the reviews.
Well, she said it had 4.5 stars. I go, okay, great. She sends me the link. It had 32 reviews.
Right. Also, you have to look at the reviews and you look at the 5-star ones and you see if they said why it is 5-star. And if they didn't, you go directly to the 1-star reviews and you see why they gave it 1 star.
Right. That's a good point. So yeah. So anyway, didn't know about the ratings until after this debacle. So me and my father used the directions that had a bunch of misspellings and the pictures did not match the fan that we had.
Oh, they gotta hate that.
Okay. So a couple of steps were all over the place. But we finally go to put the fan together. All good. The last step is attaching like the LED light board to the fan. Like we already had the blades up. We already had the ceiling, the fan on the ceiling. All we had to do was put the light on. And the connection for the light was plastic and absolutely shot. Like the connection of the wires crumbled to bits. And I don't know how we didn't notice that at the beginning of this assembly. So we spent about 2 hours putting this fan together just to learn that, hey, the light's not going to work. Great. So at 9 p.m. that night on Holy Saturday, I drove my sister to Lowe's and made her pick up a fan that's actually like a name brand that we know and spend a little bit more money than she did on this fan. And so then the next day we had to install another fan. So all's well that ends well. But yeah, obviously there were a bunch of expletives being said more by my father when he realizes we wasted 2 hours of manual labor for a fan that didn't work. So that was pretty fun.
Actually, I can very vividly imagine how this all went down. I really could.
And then the second fan, you know me, I'm so emotionally stable these days. I don't know what's going on with me, but the second fan we put up and finally we're just about to like be done with it. Like there was no issues with the second fan because it was from Lowe's. It was a perfectly good fan. There was like a little like circular disc that was like the trim that's supposed to go like up against the ceiling. And when you install it, you have to make sure like you put that ring around the fan before you put it up on the ceiling so that you can just like slide it up. So I saw that it was like plastic and I was like, oh, I don't want to like crack this accidentally. So I put it off to the side. Sure enough, completely forgot it was there. So after my dad does all the twisting of the wires and tests them and puts the protective caps on the wires and everything like that, I look over and go, oh, fuck. And sure enough, I was like, this piece was supposed to go on before. So he had to undo all the wires. And all he did jokingly was say to me, Toni-ann, you are such a loser. How did you forget this? I started hysterical crying. I was like, don't call me a loser. I was like at my wit's end. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I forgot this. Like,
blame the cheap fan for throwing you off your game.
I know, but it was a day later. Like, I should not, like, I just completely lost it for no reason. My mom was like, what's going on up there? And my dad's like, I don't know. I was kidding. I'm like, don't call me a loser. I was like so offended. But anyway, the fan's up now. So
circling back to Holy Week, my child goes to another funny child story. She goes to a Lutheran school, preschool.
Right.
So on Holy Thursday, obviously they didn't have school on Good Friday, so Holy Thursday they watch a video about Easter. So the other teacher was like taking the TV out of their room because like they slide it around because they are preschool. And so I was like, oh, like she was like, we watched a video on Easter. I was like, oh, nice. So we get in the car and I'm like, oh, did you watch a video today at school? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what was it about? She's like, I don't know. I said, yes, you do know. Like, I said, did Jesus have dinner with his friends? She's like, yeah. And then I was like trying to get her to like tell me what happened, like from her like point of view. So I'm like, what happened in the video? She goes, I don't know. Jesus was mad. And then he got to the gate and then he was happy. I was like,
in a nutshell, she kind of got it.
I was like, okay, good job. So now later on, we're doing our mile walk, right? And she hears plane and she's like, what is that? And I was like, it's a plane, but you can't see it because it's so cloudy out that it's like above the clouds. She goes, and Jesus went to the clouds. And I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere now, right? So I think now she's going to tell me, right? She's going to get it. And I go, well, where did Jesus go in the clouds? She goes, Tennessee.
God. I love her so much. Like, where does she even know where Tennessee is? Well, I mean, you guys have been there. I guess. You've been there. You've been there.
We went there for Thanksgiving. Like, so matter of fact, Tennessee. Like,
obviously.
Okay. Stop,
Speaking
dog.
of your walk, I have to call party foul.
I know.
You really thought you skirted one by. I caught you immediately.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't think I skirted one by. I just literally didn't have time to do the mile.
I was in the car on the way home from Albany on Easter, and I go and I get the notification on my watch like Jess finished a workout, and I'm like, oh, there she did her walk of the day, and I see 0.41 miles, and in the car with my parents and Yanni, I go, oh no. And my mom's like, what? And I'm like, someone did not finish their mile walk today. And she's like, well, like she's with her family, like, and she's with the kids. Like she probably, I'm like, no, she usually does the walk with the kids. I go, but she didn't do a full mile. So like, does this count? And I was like speculating how you were going to handle it.
And then, no, I did make up the difference the next day. I did do that. But I haven't been doing my like fractions because I know that I now missed one day. So I'm like, I can't be like counting up the days of like the miles that I do. So I'm just going to keep track of like, if this is the only day that I missed, then like at the end of the year, that's the day.
I'm sure there'll be a few more.
Sure. Yeah. Hold on one second. I didn't see that.
What he's done so far in the 6 games on the D4, what do you notice? I know there's been so much dancing. I know how much energy they've got, but how do you think he's going to do? Yeah, I think you're going to say so.
Okay. So as I was saying, the plan was to walk to church because I looked it up and it was exactly 1 mile away.
Oh.
So what I was going to do was walk to church with Addison, and I was going to bring the stroller in case she didn't want to do the full walk because obviously she wasn't going to have sneakers on. She had her like Easter dress and everything on. So I was going to bring the stroller and just in case and whatever. And then Alec was going to pick us up from church, put the stroller in the car, go to my parents. What happened was people were not cooperating in the household.
I did see you had plenty of evidence to support this with the pre-post.
So people were not cooperating in my household. My husband decided that was the time to scan our taxes, one by one into his phone and email to my cousin who does our taxes. Then Addie didn't want to get dressed. So everybody was not on my side. So then what happened was my mom calls and says, we need more folding chairs. So now the folding chairs have to go where the stroller would have went in the car. And now we can't fit the car. Then it was like 10:30. So now I lost my opportunity, or 10:35, whatever it was. I lost my opportunity of walking because it's Easter Sunday. You need to get to church early to actually be able to sit. So now I'm like, okay, now we're all going to church because we're going to church. We're leaving from church. We're not doing this back and forth car thing, no car thing. Like everybody's going to church. So we all go to church. So there was that missed opportunity. Now I'm like, okay, I'll walk when I get to my mom's. No, I get to my mom's. It starts pouring.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't have time for this. Also, we got there a little late. We were told to get there at 1. We got there at 1:10. And then I'm like, okay, all the Long Islanders are going to start showing up any minute. I can't go for my walk now. So then that got delayed. Then it was still it was just raining. And the way that the day was going, there was just literally no time for me.
Sometimes.
Right. So there was no time for me to go walk. Right. So now 8:00 rolls around and we're finally done eating dinner. And my sister's like, I got to walk the dog. And I'm like, I'll take the dog. I'll go with you, thinking okay, let me see how long we walk for. And then what that looks like.
Left. Right.
So now we're walking the dog and I realize I never did the Easter egg hunt for my child that I was going to do in my mom's living room. So we get back. So then at that point, I'm like, now I can't walk a mile. I need to get back. I need to stuff these Easter eggs with money and put them out. And it was she knew that we were doing the Easter egg hunt. So that was fine. Right. So now I do the 0.4 and I'm like, whatever. That's what I got done. I don't know. Well, I was very disappointed. I was disappointed in myself. I will say.
Left the watch going all the back and forth in your mom's house. You probably would have hit it.
I know, but the point is that it is supposed to be it's supposed to be a mile outside. That was the stipulation. I still did I did a walk outside, so I felt good about myself in that term. Also, I have walked more than a mile plenty of days. Last week I did 3 miles in one day. So I've definitely made it up in other ways, so I wasn't too hard on myself. Then I stuff all these things and I realized I never went up the block to my aunt and uncle. So now I'm like, I leave all the eggs with my cousins and my siblings. I said, you guys hide these. We're running up the block very quickly because obviously my aunt had gifts for the kids. And I literally felt like the worst person in the world because the whole day was just utter and absolute chaos.
No, you did great. And honestly, you're not gonna get out all 365. It's just not gonna happen.
Right. Well, this is the thing. The holidays are gonna be really hard. Holidays that include waking up early in the morning and doing things.
Yeah.
I'm already I'm probably not gonna walk a mile on Christmas. So what was I gonna ruin my streak at 300 and 46 days. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Might as
so,
well just do it early.
right. But I still did. I got outside. I almost did a half mile. So it is what it is. But,
I know.
95 days was a good, 94 days was a good run of
Yeah.
straight miles.
That's a good run. And I only said that to joke because like that's how you have everyone invested in it because like again, it goes right to my watch and I'm like,
No,
oh my God.
literally everyone is invested in it, like
Yeah.
to the point where like people are like on St. Patrick's Day, I did my mile at my mom's house and like I was finishing the mile and my cousin's boyfriend was like, "Oh my God, is this the mile? You're doing the mile now." Like, and then I went somewhere else and everybody's like, "Oh my God, your mile. Oh my God, your mile." Like all of my cousins are very invested in the mile.
Yep.
So,
Yep. It's good. Keep it up.
Sorry, now I'm getting text about the taxes.
I already got my refund. I do it so early.
Well, my cousin does them for us, and like he just saves ours all for the end. So even if we send it to him early, like
Right.
he does it after he does all his clients.
Makes
So
sense.
like his real clients for his job, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah. Anyway, but the disability and all of that, we have to figure out that stuff because like it didn't give me a tax form for some reason. So
Mm.
I have to figure out if I do need a tax form or I don't need a tax form because like my biggest fear is somehow my taxes are going to get messed up and I'm going to become like this situation. And this is what OCD really is, people. It's making up shit in your head that you're going to get arrested for.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the IRS has so many other things to worry about than you forgetting one form, but I
Yeah,
digress.
but you know what? They would come for me because I have no money. And that's who they come for. They don't go for the people with money. They come for the little people. I'm the little people.
Well, I mean, they did go after the situation. He did have money.
They made an example out of him.
They did. They did make an example out of him.
And they should make examples out of people that
A
do a
lot
lot
more
worse
people.
than him.
Yeah. Anyway, what should we move on to next?
What I don't even hold on. I had the note up and now I lost it. Oh my God. You literally there's been so much going on in the reality TV world that like you don't understand. And it kills me that like you don't understand and I can't text you about the drama.
I will say that when I spent my week in Florida with Kelly, she did binge the newest season of The Secret Life of Mormon Wives. And
Oh,
so I am caught up on that drama.
okay. See, I didn't finish season 4 of The Secret
Okay.
Lives of Mormon Wives, but regardless, the amount of things that were coming between them and Bravo, like the world is
I don't know anything about anything else, but
spinning.
for that, I am caught up on because as I was working,
Spinning.
she was watching it. So I was getting all the tea.
Okay, well the thing is that since you kind of heard the backstory, Taylor Frankie Paul should never have been chosen to be the Bachelorette because she was not over Dakota in the slightest. And my whole thing is like I watched The Bachelorette because I've watched The Bachelorette from the beginning. This was a terrible choice. And I said this from the beginning, like she has not been broken up with that man long enough. She is not over him and his narcissistic tendencies long enough to take this seriously. And look at what happened.
Mhm.
He will sabotage anything good for that girl. She has her own issues, but
That's
like
messed up.
the thing is that video is from years ago.
Yeah, they said it was when they were filming season 1.
Yes, exactly. But season 1 was filmed in 2023. So this girl has already over the last 4 seasons, it has been talking about how far she's come from that like arrest. Like literally so much has happened. How do you just like open this can of worms and now it's like a whole problem again? You
He's
know?
scared.
It's crazy.
He's like very like it's like an abusive relationship. From the 2 episodes I watched,
Listen,
I figured
he
this
is
out.
not innocent, but he is
Yeah.
100% like emotionally
toxic.
abusive. He's so toxic. He's emotionally abusive. He's just so narcissistic and self-centered and like gaslights her to think everything is her fault and he's just like leaning her on. And my sister said that it's literally like watching Tell Me Lies in real life. I haven't watched
Yes.
I didn't watch Tell Me Lies, but she's like,
Or they're the
this is
new
it.
Ron and Sam.
That too.
But I think, well, he's worse because they're like, they have children involved and everything. Like that just makes it worse. But
It does.
but yes,
It's
it
just
is like Tell Me Lies. Like he literally is Steven. My God.
So it's crazy. And then the Summer House drama that came out the next week.
Yeah, so that's just somebody was cheating on with someone and nobody knew.
No, so this is like, so do you know the Loverboy drinks?
I've seen them, yes.
Okay.
I
So
don't
the
really like them. I've tasted them. I don't really like them.
Okay, that's fine. So the people that own that company, they're on Summer House. They're married, but in January they announced that they were getting divorced. So like everybody knows, like, okay, this season of Summer House, we're probably gonna see the lead up to their divorce, right? Okay. So now the season of Summer House is like going on, but while the season of Summer House is going on, there's speculation that the ex-wife, Amanda, was seen with another castmate, West. Okay. So Amanda is married to Kyle. They're getting divorced. West, for 2 seasons now, has been leading on Sierra. They probably dated for like about 3 months ish, on and off. But the thing is that this man is always constantly flirting with her, trying to get back in her good graces, like trying to mend the relationship, like do the whole thing. So like she's been very clear that her feelings for him, even though he like didn't want a relationship and hurt her so badly. She's like, I know that he burned me, but like I can't get over this. I'm still interested, but like he needs to keep putting in the work for me to like give him another chance. Okay. So that's been going on for 2 seasons, including this current season where like he's trying hard to get back in her good graces. Like he's stepping up his flirty game. She's kind of being a little flirty back, whatever. Well, now fast forward to present day, West and Amanda were seen in public together. So here's Demois being like, there's speculation they've been out, like they've been making out, like in bars and yada yada yada. But Amanda and Sierra, best friends, like best friends. Like Sierra was like, you need to leave your husband because you guys need to separate. Like this is toxic for the both of you. She's helping her through like this separation. She's like, if you need to live with somebody, you come live with me. Like literally thick as thieves, best friends.
Sierra.
And Sierra is a badass. 1, she was a nurse during COVID. 2, she's a model and a nurse at the same time, living in the city, like stunning, gorgeous, amazing human being. Will ride or die for her friends. If you get into a fight, she's she's sticking up for you. Like she is A+ cast on this show. And this is what you do to her.
Aww.
So this is why everybody's livid. Anyway.
Make her the new bachelorette.
Well,
done.
People are saying that. But then, so when the news came out, they put out like their mutual statement and they're like, we're trying to handle this with care. No, you're not trying to handle this with care because you guys were like making out in public. This was all over the place. Like, what are you talking about? Also, then now we're watching this season and it's so obvious that they were like definitely flirting with each other last summer. Like people are speculating now that
before the split.
That this started last June. It's now speculated that they started like being sneaky or whatever. And like it looks like it doesn't look good on his part because like Amanda will do something and then Wes will flirt with Sierra and it's kind of like he's trying to get the attention back from her. And like Kyle's like, she's out here flirting with all her other housemates. Like, how about you pay attention to your husband? Like, blah, 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 blah. And it's just a mess and it's crazy and it's other people's drama. And it's like, I'm sucking it up. So that's wild.
Very well. I now understand it.
And then she did the red carpet for Friends and Neighbors. And like John Hamm, who's like a Bravo, like I guess he was on Watch What Happens Live, and they were like, well, you just saw Sierra yesterday and this just came out. And they were like, he was like, yeah, like he saw her the night before it came out and he was like, how are you? And she's like, I've been better. And then so she must have known that they were going to make like the joint statement or like prove that it was true. And then her like captions have been like very like diggy towards the situation, but she hasn't like come out and like said anything. And then yesterday she was on the red carpet for Euphoria, like doing interviews or whatever for I don't even know what, but she was like interviewing Sydney Sweeney, and she's like, so like what would you do if your best friend hooked up with your ex?
Oh shit.
They were like, you would have to get married, right? Like to make it worth it. Like that's what she said, like something along those lines. And then like chicks in the office shared it, and somebody was like, literally Marty and Rhea.
Yeah, actually. Kinda. Wow, that's drama.
Yeah, it
Honestly,
was crazy.
good for that girl. She's gonna get her flowers. There'll be somebody like she already has the public's
No, she literally has the
they're all on
public
her side.
support. Everybody
Yeah.
has her support. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. So
But
yeah.
like they're not gonna stop filming because now this makes good drama.
No,
So
now they're picking up the cameras again, and I like want them to do, which they usually do when people like break up,
right,
or something big happens while they're filming the season,
right.
or while the season is airing. But like, film the reunion while the stove is hot. Film it.
Well, that's how I felt about from my very short time watching the Mormon show, is that like they're all like, oh, we're stopped filming because like there's too much going on right now. Like that's when you film. What are you talking about? Like, why are you putting
I
why are
think
you
we
stopping?
need to not be on TV because they're not like they
Also,
were not
they're not
prepared.
even freaking Mormons. I don't even understand it. Like it I don't really dig deep into that, but like they're all
No,
bitches. They're not even like Mormons.
no, they're like they were and they're like ex-Mormons now, yes, but like
Like they should
it's
just change the name
crazy.
of the show because it's just like Real Housewives Utah. Like it's not like
No, but some or still do stuff like within the church, I think.
it's not
Some,
featured on the show from the three
not a
episodes I've
lot.
watched.
No, it's more featured. It was more clear in like season 1. And then
Okay.
you kind of see like how they all like start to distance like more because like the
They
husbands get
figured
married.
out they could just be Instagram famous instead.
Right.
Sorry,
And
TikTok, mom talk famous instead.
the amount of times they say mom talk though, like
I know.
makes you
I,
want to
I said I was like, if I wasn't
jump over
working, I
it.
would be playing a drinking game off of this. It's like insane.
It's so annoying every 5 minutes. Mom talk, mom talk, mom
And
talk,
now the
mom talk.
dads are doing dad talk. Like,
Right.
no.
Meanwhile, they're just like jealous. Like, and this is the problem with the
They
Mormon.
all
Like,
look the same. All
but
those guys look the same.
the problem is that like your husbands are literally like trying, like you guys are successful and they can't handle it because they are like they are too obsessed with the patriarchy. Hold on, we have to. All right. Anyway, so that was all the trauma. Other than that, I think the only other thing to talk about is our
Miserable Mets.
beloved miserable Mets.
Yeah. Um,
Which like are they like they're like mid right now. Like
I honestly like I'm seeing already a lot of red flags. I'm like,
my red flag is the lack of investment.
black by us, you mean?
Yeah, my personal lack of investment.
Oh.
Like yesterday I was like, woohoo, game's on at 4. Like I could
Mhm.
watch it. Watched it today. Totally forgot it was on at 4.
Oh, I didn't watch today's game, and then I was gonna turn it on, and then I saw it was 5-0, and I was like, nope, never mind.
Right. It's just like it feels very
But I did watch yesterday's.
bleh. Um, I mean, things could be worse. It could be like 2024 all over again. So like I'm not gonna say that like the nails in the coffin yet
Right,
because we're winning games, but we're losing games.
right.
We don't have a
Of
great
course, like there's been plenty of seasons in Mets history where they do so terrible for like 3 months, and then all of a sudden, like they're back in it towards the end. So like,
right.
all
So
right.
essentially this means nothing.
The Mets just don't, the team doesn't have any vibes right now. Like that's my main issue. Like the vibes are off. Like that's just all I'm saying.
Yeah,
First of
I
all,
feel like the dead bird was definitely an
I was
omen.
gonna say, let's start opening day. Okay. We have a new rookie. It's his first major league game. Carson Bang. Do you say it Bang or
Ben
Bench? Bang.
bench, I think.
Okay. Either way, it's his rookie call up.
We have very weird last names this
Yeah,
year,
I
and I
know.
can't
I
get
know.
used to them. Even Bobo Shet or
Bo Bichette, which
I
every
feel
time
like
they say it,
every time they say it, it doesn't sound like they're saying it right. Like I feel like it should be Bichetti.
every time they say it, I think of Boba Fett from Star Wars, and that's all I hear is they're like Boba Fett, and I'm thinking of Boba Fett. Like that's
It
all
just
I think
sounds like they're not finishing the word to me.
And like Bichetti, like machete, like that kind of sounds cool.
I mean, it does, but like I feel like because there's an E at the end of it, it throws me.
Honestly, like Boba Fett also makes me. It sounds like very like Ricky Bobby-esque. Like it sounds very like it's like a made up Southern name. Like it's like weird, but it's not made up. Like he's a real man. Like, and is Bo short for something or is B-O like his actual name?
No,
Because I know there's guys named Bo that's like B-A-U, you know, right?
right.
Like, but like he's B-O. He's body odor.
Stop. No. If you wake up your sister, you are going to be in so much trouble. You will. Okay.
So anyway, Carson, whatever his name is, opening day, lead off, first at bat in Major Leagues, hits a home run. Woo! Cheering so loud, like so excited, like oh my god, yay! Very next inning, a dead bird drops out of the sky and is dead.
Just
What does
next
that
to
mean? Right? It was before. It was after the. It was after the home run. Yeah. Like, so what does that mean?
No, was it after the home run or was it before the home run?
Maybe it was before.
I don't know. Either way,
Either
my
way, a dead bird falling out of the sky next to you is not a good thing.
and my child just woke up her sister. So please hold on. Like I said. Hold on. Are you looking up when the dead bird fell?
Oh no, I was looking at something else. Carson, bang, dead bird. Dead bird landed at Citi Field. He heard the thud,
Yes.
but he said he was unfazed and he's not superstitious. And then he hit a home run. Oh, so the bird fell out of the sky and died because he collided with another bird. What the heck is going on over there? Later in the game. Okay, so the bird fell first and then he hit the home run.
Right, that's what I thought. Okay.
Okay.
So at that point, I'm thinking, like, because he hit a home run, I'm like, dead bird, rally bird.
Yeah,
But
like
now,
he was a sacrificial bird for the home run.
but now I'm feeling like
But
dead
since
bird.
then, Carson Benj has not done shit.
Right.
Like in an 0 for 20 something streak. So
Omen bird.
So the Omen bird is back. Exactly. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he breaks out of that soon. Then I also put on our note, although since that Vientos is cooked, although now since I put that in my notes, which was probably like 3 games ago, all of a sudden he's on a hot streak and he's making me look like a liar.
Did see one of my friend's brothers posted a meme and it was like he is risen and it was literally a picture of Mark Vientos. Also, I've decided that I do not care for Mark Vientos because I cannot remember how to say his name. I call him Venitos 97% of the time because my brain will not allow me to say it the right way. I don't know if I'm just hanging out with Pop-Up too much, so now I'm just like mispronouncing everyone's name.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But
Vientos is pretty straightforward.
I know, but I can't get it right anymore.
We've learned really does not like the cold because he has been wearing like a
He
ski
wears
mask.
that he wears that whole getup.
Yeah. And my mom texted me today and she's like, how does he even see? Like he has no peripheral vision. I'm like, it's flat against his face. Yes, he does.
I mean, the other part of that though is also like if it's windy outside our homes, like Citi Field is 30 times windier.
Right.
So I don't blame them for wearing it.
Yeah, exactly. Like just because they are paid to play a baseball game doesn't mean they're not cold.
Yeah.
Well, and then when Mauricio hit his walk-off yesterday, they doused him in water. I'm like, it's freezing. You're gonna get the kid cold. Stop.
He's gonna get pneumonia.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's fine. But like, isn't that like a myth about getting wet and being cold?
Oh, I have no idea. But either way,
it doesn't feel nice.
Okay, either way, both of my children are now losing their minds, so we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Okay.
Fortunately.
The Mets are what they are. That's
My
really all we
kids
can end
are
it on.
the scene of what the Mets.
Yeah, just pure chaos.
Okay. I'm coming. I have to go.
Alrighty
Have a
then.
great day, everybody else.
Thanks for being our friends, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.